for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
Have a good time.
Handle me. Who gonna handle me? Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel where I talk about true crime, controversial events, historic figures, anything that I'm pretty much interested in at the moment. We're gonna talk about it. Don't forget to take a look at my other previous videos and subscribe, join the family. And I hope y'all are having a good day, you know, making good choices. So today we're going to be talking about Robert Peace, and instantly when I saw the story, I had to talk about it. I was very intrigued at the fact that this young kid was basically a real life Tyreek St. Patrick, moving weight on campus. So I just had to talk about it. Just a quick disclaimer, this video is not to insult friends or families. This video is for educational use and all my information is from the internet. Prayers go out to the friends and families of the victims. So, Robert Pete was born in June 1980 and grew up in East Orange, New Jersey, aka Newark. He was raised by both parents and he had a good relationship with his father, a popular neighborhood drug dealer. So I'm pretty sure nobody was messing with Robert.
And that's on period. So if you do me dirty.
But his dad was later sent to jail for murder and selling drugs. So unfortunately, another statistic of a single, parent black home. Anyway, so he had to visit his dad in jail, and he would actually hang out with his father's friends, which introduced him to smoking and drinking at an age of 13, which he had no business doing. I'm pretty sure a lot of us at 13 was doing things we weren't supposed to be doing. But, it wasn't easy for his mom to raise him, but she wanted to give Robert a great life away from drugs and crime. So she worked long-hour jobs just so that, she could put Robert in a good school. So now, Robert attends St. Benedict's Prep, a private middle and high school, which he flourished in so well at that school. He became a popular scholar athlete. He received St. Benedict's highest student honor. Also, he received the President's Award for a scholarship. He was a leader in so many activities, and he played on the varsity water polo team as well. So his academic performance through high school played off and earned him a spot to attend Yale University. So, he was sponsored by Charles Cawley, a bank executive, to attend Yale, where he majored in molecular biophysics and biochemistry and worked in a cancer and infectious disease laboratory. So he was definitely really, really smart. I mean, he was very liked by many in his school, the community. I mean, he was just an overall good student, a good kid for the most part. But even though, finally Robert was in a great position to live a life, away from drug use and violence, he still cared for those around him, especially his mother. So Rob relied on selling marijuana in order to take care of her and those that were close to him. And this is important for several reasons, because even though, school provided a way out of Newark for him to flourish, he was still a product of his environment. He was still from the hood and could not shake that aspect off of him. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. His dad was in that lifestyle, so he was, definitely picking up that lifestyle. And even though it placed him in a very wealthy situation, it also put him in a dangerous situation as well. This is the lifestyle that his mother hoped he would avoid, but Robert was making at least $100,000 selling marijuana. So Robert was high-key, like I said earlier, Tyreek St. Patrick from Power, if y'all watch that show. He was making money, not to mention he's at a very prestigious college with so many kids that are extremely wealthy. So he knew what he was, doing. I mean, City Boy's up 10. He was using his brain. He was using his street hustle. He was trying to make some money. And not only was he selling it, he also used it to self-medicate for anxiety. I mean, I know a lot of college kids that have anxiety, struggle with depression. I mean, it's normal. So while Rob continued, his education at Yale, he received news that his father died in jail. So, that did take a bad strain on him. I'm sure, he thought twice about the lifestyle he was choosing to, dabble in. But he just continued to sell at Yale like business as usual. And I feel like he was addicted to the money. But Rob was very intelligent and he used his knowledge to also create a new popular strain of marijuana. So, those college kids on campus was like,
what's this new stuff? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Rob and, get this
Turner flower plant, whatever y'all say. And he was definitely successful at doing it, I'm pretty sure. And I was also curious to know, like, does his mom know like what was going on? Because he hid it from her really good. Because if I was working long hour jobs to put you in a good school and now you up at Yale, doing illegal activities, I am definitely beating your with that belt pulling up to that school, because I felt like he knew better. He didn't have to do those things. And I'm also not sure if his mother actually took the money as well, like if she was dabbling in it. I don't know. Rob graduated from Yale and returned back to Newark, and after graduation, Rob taught biology for 4 years at the Catholic high school he had attended. But Rob was still expanding his marijuana marketing and personal use. He was bringing in $1,000 a day. Like, I don't know who would probably stop doing that if they were bringing in that much money. So now Rob is a whole Yale scientist who was using his knowledge of biochemistry to bring in at least $1,000 a day selling marijuana. So he was growing marijuana in the basement of this Smith Street home. But unfortunately, this draws the wrong kind of attention to him. And despite his goodwill to take care of his family, his mom, his friends back home, whatever, Rob rubbed some people the wrong way. And it eventually led to his death. So on May 2011, a Robert is found dead at age 30 years old. And it was a face down, knees bent, drug related murder. He died by a gunshot wound surrounded by cash. There was 25 pounds of marijuana. So police was doing some investigation and it appeared that he might have been involved in a drug trade. The investigators also believe that, Robert was working in concert with one of his former St. Benedict classmates, Devin Carroll. And he was also arrested shortly after Robert was found, and police seized about 25 pounds of marijuana from the home. So police described the residence as a grow house for marijuana. They also find materials at the crime scene that were maybe used to grow marijuana indoors, possibly through a hydroponics system, a soilless method of growing drugs. Police stated that indoor grow sites typically remain below the radar, and I believe Robert knew this, and he was the mastermind of all of this. He's like, look, I'm gonna create a basically plant growing garden indoors so no one knows, and he definitely succeeded at doing so. And police did not know if Robert or Carol was the one responsible for, growing the marijuana, but Robert offered to pay Carol $400 a month to rent the apartment. Officials said, but they did not know if he also lived there. So no one has been charged with the killing, and the officials did not say if authorities are eyeing any suspects. So unfortunately, the murder is still unsolved. As far as anyone knew, Robert had always been the very image of, all-around excellence. And it's very sad that he died so tragically. He literally was so smart and had an opportunity to do better. And I wonder why he still continued to sell even after he got his degree and was a whole scientist out here. Or maybe he got addicted to the money and power of it. I mean, his dad was a big-time drug dealer, but it's still sad to see a man so educated and smart get killed over something so senseless. we just gotta do better. We gotta do better. But y'all take care of yourself. I'm still currently fighting a cold still, and I got tested for COVID, so I'm still waiting for my results to get back. So definitely pray for me. Wash your hands, stay warm, take y'all vitamins. Did I say vitamins right? Take y'all vitamins, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.